Well, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me for Simple Sunday. My name is Anissa and I'm with Stampin' with Anissa. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in California. And every Sunday at 8 p.m., I do a Simple Sunday where I create simple projects, simple cards using Stampin' Up! Product. Okay, I'm having technical difficulties again. I'm going old school today. So past couple of times I had used software to help me do this. It just wasn't working out. So I'm going to do it my old way. Tonight, I'm going to be creating a simple card using paper, ink, and a stamp, but I've also included some embellishments. It's up to you whether or not you want to use it, but I'm hoping you're either watching and relaxing, getting ready for the new week, or going to craft with me. You know, that's always fun. I like it when people craft with me. It's like very relaxing. I do this to relax, right? So I know a lot of other people that do that too. So enjoy with me, and as I go, I'll be doing most of the talking. If you want to talk, please go ahead and comment. I hope I get to see your comments, just because like I said, I'm struggling technically. But if I don't respond to you as I'm talking to you, then I'll respond to you later. Okay. So just a few updates. Celebration is still happening, and that'll end as of February 28th. So we have a mini catalog that's, running as well. And so it's a new mini catalog. So what I'm going to be featuring today is the paper that's in the Celebration catalog. So you're able to get this paper after you've purchased $50 more in Stampin' Up! Product, and then you'll get this paper if you select it. Anyways, it's beautiful paper. Stampin' Up! Has such beautiful paper, like that could be your focal point for the whole card, and it just looks beautiful. I can't tell, the colors are vibrant and the patterns are just they're just fantastic. So I'll show you in just a bit what that looks like. So like I said, Celebration is still running. Oops, sorry. Celebration is still running, and that ends on February 28th. There's 2 people. Oh my God, this is so great. So like I had mentioned before, I am having technical issues. So if anybody makes a comment, I might not be able to read it until later on. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and transfer you over to my work area, and we'll get started making the card. So before I start, here is my my website. So, after we do the project, you could go ahead, and I'll be posting the items that I used for Stampin' Up! On my website, as well as my Stampin' Up! Website. So if you purchase $50 or more, and please use this host code, then I know that you've purchased it, and I'll go ahead and send you a thank you if you do that. Okay, so let me show you what the project looks like. Here you go. So this is the card that we're going to make. I don't know if you can see it, but should I do a little closer? Okay. I think the camera's a little wonky here. Hold on. Okay, can't fix it. It's crazy. Okay. So anyways, here's the project. It's a card. I love the paper. It's beautiful. I just added a little bit of embellishment, and yes, that's not so simple, but this is just something that you can do afterwards. You don't really even need that. And maybe on this card that I make for you now, you don't use it. So we won't do it. So anyways, let's start by showing you what I was talking about. Okay, I'm discombobulated, but okay. So this paper is part of, let me grab the paper here. This is paper right here. And look how beautiful this is. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Actually, this is my favorite color. It's like a mustard type of yellow, but actually that is, I'm making my own things here. But there really is a name for the colors. Stampin' Up! Does a great job of using the same colors that they have and having it go from, you know, they're consistent, right? It's on their paper, their ink, their cardstock, their ribbon, the embellishments. So that's great. So anyways, Daffodil Afternoon is the designer series paper that's featured on the Celebration brochure. And I will show you that in a second, but look at that. This is just beautiful. And the paper that I'm using, let me show you a full sheet of it. If I could find it. Oh, yeah. So I know it's here because I saw it. I wanted to show everybody. So I wanted to make sure that I had it. Look at this paper. This is beautiful. Right there. Where is that? Not that one. Not that one. Oh, here it is. This is the one that I'm going to be using. This paper is beautiful. So beautiful. And actually, it is matched with a bundle. And it says here on the Celebration brochure here. Yes. So this coordinates with the Daffodil Daydream bundle. I do have that. So I'll be creating something using that as well. But this paper is beautiful. So, you know, like I had mentioned before, this paper could be used just as a standalone. Look at, and that's what I did. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, I know, I keep on saying that over and over again. So I'll just go ahead and start. Oh, like I said, this celebration ends on February 28th of this year. Okay, so let's start crafting here. We are going to be using, so this sentiment, you matter to me, comes from the Happy Heartfelt stamp set. Okay, I've been doing this lately. I've been putting like the item number and the amount. Anyways, this is the cling stamp. It's a red rubber, and I haven't taken it apart yet. It's just to show you how new it is. But you know what? Let me show you what to do, because we have photopolymer, which is the clear ones, and then we have this cling stamp, which is the red rubber. And let me show you how to do this, because when you get one like this, you're just like, oh, I remember when I did it, I had to ask my upline, who's Lisa Cunningham, and I had to ask her, like, how do you do this? But you take it apart. So this is not the sentiment we're going to be using, but I'm just pulling it out for an example. And it says, we have to celebrate this, which is this. We have to celebrate this, which is this stamp, or this cling stamp. So you take this, you unpeel the sticky part to get the sticky part exposed, and then you take off this protective barrier here, and then you have to line it up. You do the best that you can, right? There we go. And ta-da! Then you have that on the, you have it on your stamp. Anyways, you got to do it for all of them. That's one thing about having these cling stamps, is that you have to do it for everything. And it takes some time. Some people I know, they don't even put the, little stickers on there just because it takes forever, right? But I have to, because it's really hard for me to read it. It's backwards. So, yeah, I have to do it. Anyways, okay. So I pulled off of this one, You Matter to Me. So, and I already stuck the little print on there. Okay. So let's see here. We're going to start with a base of vanilla, very vanilla. And here's the card right here. And we're going to take the paper trimmer and we're going to score it. So I cut it, the dimensions of this is I just cut an 8.5 by 11.5. So this is 8.5 by 5, 8.5 by 5, yeah, 5.5, sorry. 8.5 by 5.5. And now I'm going to go ahead and score this at 4.25. And hello. And so I'm going to go ahead and take that. Okay. Now I'm going to take, I forgot the name of the color of this. Oh, geez. I think it's Evergreen. Evening Evergreen. Sorry. Jeez. Can't remember these things. So this is Evening Evergreen, and I'm going to gonna cut, oh, actually, here's the scrap. I am going to cut, yeah, I'm going to cut 5.25. Oh, there you go. 5.25. And this is going to be 4. So 5.25 by 4. Yep. 5.25. And then I'm going to take the designer series paper and I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut 3 3/4. 3 3/4 and oh, whoops, hold on a second. This is actually going to be 5.25. Oh yeah, okay, 5.25 and 4. Okay, and then the designer series paper is going to be 3 3/4 and 5. Now, what I wanted to do with this one, see, there is a lot of very vanilla up on top, and so I cut away most of that because I wanted to really feature the daffodils, right? So what I did was I eyeballed it, right, and said, okay, so here's the highest point on this paper, and I thought, okay, well, if I just cut right above it, that was like, I don't know, that was like 1/4. I'm just sort of eyeballing it, right? And then I'm going to put it here. And I notice, okay, well, that means some of this paper is going to come off. And so I said, well, you know, I'm going to do that. So this paper is going to be cut at 3. Oh, no, not 3. Is going to be cut at 5. I think that'll just make it, you know, I'm going to go ahead and just a little, I really like the color here, so I'm going to, there. So it's got to measure up to be 5 right there. Okay. There you go. Oh, that's perfect. So you just sort of eyeball it. The paper has to be 5 so that it could fit onto this accent paper, right? So pretty. So let me put this off to the side here. And I'm going to glue this down. Okay. And, you know, I really love liquid glue more than I love the Stamp and Seal. I just do. Like, I think I've mentioned this many times. It just is very forgiving. And so you get to move it around and stuff. So there you go. That's the base of that. Or at least the accent. So now, you know, I wanted to bring that little pop of color. And at first I was going to do, I think this is crushed curry. Yeah, crushed curry. I thought it was, and I put crushed curry against it, and I realized, no, I wanted more of this, the green, and that was, yeah, Evening Evergreen, and I thought that looked so much better, but that's just me. But you could do whatever you want. You know what's really great with Stampin' Up! Is like, you know, you could match, you know, they give you the colors that were used to create the designer series paper. So then when you need to match borders and things, you don't have to guess, because really the name, the information, here, let me show you again. I've shown you before, but I don't know if you could see this, but the colors of that were used to create the paper are on the back side. And so there's no guessing and trying to figure it out. And you know what it's like when you're trying to figure something out and you're like, I don't know. I just went to the fabric store and I bought some material and I bought some thread, and it's like, you got to go like this. You got to go, okay, does this match? Oh no. Then the thread had to match the background. You know, it took me a while. So, you know, this is great because they already tell you what's needed, right? To or what colors were used to create it. And so there's no guessing. You got it. You know, like, save time that way. Anyways, let's go ahead and put it on the base. You know, I have been trying some new software so that I don't have to like put the little, you know what I have to do is I have to put tape on this thing, which is a removable labeling tape. Okay, I have to put this on the camera. It's terrible. And then, you know, manipulate it, and you know, it's all, and then it's I feel like I'm discombobulated when I do it that way. But you know, the software, it's like it does something to the internet. I don't know. My husband's gonna go nuts because I'm using like I've hooked from our wireless or Ethernet router thing, and I have this long cable going to my iPad. It's just nuts. I got to figure out what to do. But anyways, one day I'll get it figured out. So I've got the base ready to go. And then I used, this is crushed curry, and this is 1 inch. Yes, I think it is 1 inch. Let me just make sure. I cut, yep, 1 inch. And then what I did was I went ahead and took the sentiment, here it is, and I used, you know, the main color here was Evening Evergreen. So I went ahead and stamp. Okay, and I put it at the end. You'll notice it on this card right here. I put it at the end. Right here. There you go. And then what I did was, so this is 3 inches, and so what I did is I went ahead and I cut it at 3 inches. Okay, I need to close this because I could see myself putting the paper trimmer in the ink pad. That's horrible. Okay, so 3 inches right here. Ta-da. Okay, now, nothing fancy, no fancy machines or any die cut or whatever. I cut that out, and so what I normally do to make that happen is I figure out, I eyeball it where the middle is, that's where the middle is, and so I sort of cut it up a little bit, and then I take at the corner and meet to where I ended that cut, and I do the same to the other side, make little triangles. Voila! Now, simple card. I'm done. I mean, really, all I gotta do is put dimensionals on, and I could leave it as that. And that's exactly. I decided to add a little bit more, and that's up to you. But a simple card is like this. And I'll just go ahead and do it. Okay. And use dimensionals. I know I use a lot. You know, you end up finding all the backings to these little dimensionals on everything. On the dog, on your back of your socks, the bottom of your socks, your clothes. Sometimes food. I don't even know how it gets on food, but it does. Anyways, okay, so then you put it like so. And there you go. That right there, that is simple stamping all the way. And look at the paper is what really makes it, right? Now, I think and what I did for this one right here was I added very vanilla baker's twine, and then I added some embellishment here, and this was the metallic pearls that's in the annual catalog. I used the gold, the gold little embellishments, and I added some on the flowers, on the daffodils, and as well as the on the little flag label. So anyways, here is a very, oops, okay, it's a little crooked, but this is the simple one, right? Very simple, beautiful. And then here's one that's a little bit embellished, not going crazy here. What I did was I wrapped the vanilla baker's twine around the edge, and then I made a little bow, and I used a glue dot right here. Glue dots, for people who are new, are these, and they have there's little dots here, and you could attach your little bow and stick it on. Those are for little things. And then this time I used the Stampin' Seal Plus to help me wrap the baker's twine around. That's what I used. So anyways, that was it. I really appreciate everybody coming on and stopping by, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of the evening, and hope your week is great. Once again, here is my blog, stampingwithanisa.com. I'll be posting the items that I used, and so if you purchase $50 or more, please use this host code. Then that lets me know that that you have, and I'll go ahead and send you a thank you gift. Really appreciate your time, and I'll see you next week. Bye.